All right. How you doing? How you doing? Okay, good. That was weak. That was yeah, that was really pathetic. I know. I want to see your lovely faces. I can see most of you, and I can see. All righty. So lots of great things to talk about tonight. First of all, did any of you get a chance to listen to my call that I did this morning? I was a guest speaker.
Amazing.
We got, yeah. Wait, who listened to it? Did you listen to it, Becky? I know Becky did. I know Becky did. And Sabrina did, I know. And Jennifer did. Okay. Well, I texted out the recording number. There's a recording number. And anyway, so basically it was all about emotional management and thinking bigger. And so I just encourage you guys to take the time to listen to it, just because it's really, that's where this business is at, is right here in your head. Hello, Courtney.
She's really dying laughing at me. I'm pulling on the door. She's like,
Hush. That's okay. You're here. You're here. We're glad you're here, honey. That's right. No, you better not. That's going to be a conscience over here. If you fall asleep on me, please don't fall asleep on me.
It's not.
That would be incredibly embarrassing. But in all seriousness, I would encourage you to take time to listen. It's a 30-minute call, and I posted that, and I texted out the link to, or the number to, I think, a lot of you. But really just talking about, I mean, I could go off on it, but about emotional management and really thinking bigger for your life, but for your business too. That I want so much more for you guys. And you can have so much more than where you're at right now if you're willing to, first of all, think a lot bigger, and then second of all, back it up with more activity. And be willing to increase your activity. That whatever your, you can listen to the whole call, but whatever your goal is for the month, double it, triple it. Why not? That can happen, but you've got to be willing to back it up with activity and focus on the work. Anyways, that was a whole long call. I won't go over it all, but listen to it. Only 3 of you listen to it, so y'all need to listen to it, okay?
Yes.
But I was honored to ask. It's there's like 600 people that call in each week, so it's really cool. It's a call for those people that want more in the business. So, all right. Okay, a couple of announcements. First of all, you guys remember the starter kit promo?
Yep.
And this month, and they're offering 2 additional masks. So if you ever want to build a team, ever want to share the business opportunity with people, this is the month to do it, because I've never seen them offer this much stuff in there. So don't let this month go by without getting some new team members. And you guys know, you probably know, last week we launched our challenge to have people listen. I know Elizabeth and Jennifer asked me earlier, they have till midnight tonight to listen to help us with our challenge to beat the other 2 directors, which we are losing. I'm not gonna lie. But we have not very people call into the call. I don't know. I may have to owe them money. So, me too. Let's at least try and get a few more, okay? Let's go down fighting. So they have till midnight tonight to listen to that call. And I'm going to do the $100 cash drawing tonight. However, we are doing very good on our agreements, okay? So we can't get people to call in. We're getting a lot of people to sign up. And we had a lot of great response with our Facebook Live video last night. I know Becky had 5 people join and has 1 girl signing, probably 2 at least. I know I have a new girl, and then someone else has a new girl from it. And so they can still listen to that, and they'll get the free color item too if they listen within 24 hours of the recording. So anyways, there's those things. So remember, I'm giving away this purse. Can you get excited about Judy and Burke purse?
Yes.
It's real.
I got my
Did we already pass it around?
Yes.
I think we need to pass it around again.
Yes.
Because I think Wednesday is when I'm going to do the drawing. However, we still have to get 5 more agreements. We only need 5 more agreements. We need 5 agreements. So at that point, we'll have 25 consultants in by the 15th, 25 new consultants in by the 15th. So if everybody in the room got a new team member in the next couple of days, we would definitely be doing the drawing, okay? So, and actually this month, our goal is to have 50 new consultants. And when we do that, I'm going to give away $500 cash. 5 of you are going to get $100 cash. So, and don't lick it, that's gross. That defeats the whole purpose. No, it's not.
It's fine now.
I know. Well, I wouldn't know what to do with that. Not gonna lie, I'm like, I don't know what to do with that either. I'm not gonna lie.
See that part.
Oh my gosh! Thanks, Ellen. You were saying anything over there. But anyways, we only need 5 more people by the 15th, and I'm gonna give away that Judy and Burke first. Because I want you thinking big. Like, do you know most units don't even have 25 new people in a month? And this is how I think, is that I want 25 by the 15th. And when we do that, we stretch ourselves. And you guys don't need different. You're like, oh, here goes hand scan or whatever. I know y'all think that. But I'm here in this position because I think differently. And that's what the whole call was on this morning, is that if you want to be in a different place, you've got to work here. And so many times we're always like, what's wrong, this wrong, and that wrong, and this wrong with me, when you've got to focus on changing those thoughts and replacing them. We are doing a book club called Crash the Chatterbox, and we just started it, and all of it is about that, is really focusing on all the chatter that goes on up here and crashing it. I love that analogy of just crashing that chatterbox so that you can hear God's voice and really hear, and get clear about what you're supposed to be doing. So, anyways, if you want to be part of a book club, we've only read the first couple chapters, so feel free to join us. Okay, announcements and other announcements. I want to do prize patrol at you guys' parties. I have not done prize patrol in a really long time. So do you guys know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, like 2 people do. Okay, so it's awesome. And you should really want to do this. So, or I want to come do this. So please let me come do this. I want to come in my prizes. So every time you do a facial or a party, you let me know when it is, first of all. And if I can come, I will come in person with my little bag of prizes and goodies. So basically, I show up and I'm there as prize patrol. And what I do, and you tell them, oh my gosh, I'm excited. My director's going to pop in sometime during the party and bring prizes and play games and have some free stuff for you guys. And so when I show up and we do ticket marketing. I share some info about the business opportunity. And just like I do here, I do some tickets, and then we do drawings, and then I draw the prizes. I hand out the prizes and I leave. Like, I'm there, I'm doing quick marketing at your parties or at your facials, and it's a great way for me to come and do recruiting for you. For those of you not local, or if you have somebody, or if I'm not able to come in person, like let's say my schedule doesn't allow that, but I can do it virtually. I've done that a couple of times, and that works really well too. I'm only on for like 5-10 minutes. You pull me up on your phone, and I just talk, and you hand the people tickets. So, tickets. I'm like, give her a ticket. I was Selena. I'm like, give her a ticket, Selena. Give her a ticket. She laughed at me. Give her a ticket. I like her. She's smiling and not giving me grunt face. So give her a ticket. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. But the whole point is that it's fun. And at your parties or your facials, I can pop in and help you do marketing. So it's another way for me to help you do marketing. But I want to do that. I haven't done that in a while. You guys know we have our bracelet this month. We're ordering 600. We're also doing a consistency club that we started, which I want to make sure you guys understand that because I sent the text out and some people are like, I don't know what this means. But basically, anyone who orders, you order 250 3 months in a row, or 400 3 months in a row, or 600 3 months in a row, or 1,000 3 months in a row, you're going to get rewarded with a bigger prize at the end of the 3 months. Because I want you guys being consistent. The key to this business is to being consistent. Just like all the other stuff in life we don't want to do, like diet and exercise and all that stuff. We have to be consistent, right? You can have a great week and eat everything right and work out, and the next week totally blow it, and you're not going to lose weight, right? And so it's the same thing with your business. You've got to be consistent, okay? So I have a consistency club. Anyone that ordered 400 last month, do you guys know if you ordered 400 wholesale or more last month? Pop up if you did. You ordered 400 or more last month, pop up. Because, woo! You get a training CD from me, even if you're not, did you order? Yes. So I'm going to be doing this each month. Anyone that orders 400 or more gets training from Mary Kay Ash herself. It's a Pearls of Wisdom. And this is valuable, you guys. I'd encourage you to listen to this stuff because you want to hear her voice as much as we can. So there you go. I'm going to be doing that each month too, okay? And I'll be mailing out the rest. Yeah, listen to them. Seriously. Okay. What else do we have going on? New scheduled events. You guys are all aware of that, right? You know when our events are in the Springs and in Pueblo?
Yes.
Okay. We're doing beauty experiences on Monday nights and Thursday nights, where we're going to be doing microdermabrasion treatments and getting them ready for bed. Okay. And we'll have some fun extra spa treatments. And then the other two are color. And then the other big announcement I want you guys to know about is that we're doing an open house, a studio-wide open house. We're actually setting it up tonight into tomorrow, a studio-wide open house where you can invite people to come look at all of our products. You guys know what an open house is? Do you know, how many of you ever been to an open house? Have you been to an open house like for another business? Basically, all the products, all of our products are going to be displayed for you. All of us direct, you guys, this doesn't happen like at any other studio, really. So just know you want to take advantage of this. This is something that can really help you boost your sales. So I want to make sure you fully understand it because all of us directors in the studio are donating our product and we're literally displaying everything and doing all the work for you. Where if you were to do all this work, it's a huge pain in the butt. Let me just be clear. It's a lot of work. I have never done an open house myself because it sounds like way too much work. I'm just going to be honest. I'd rather go to a party and but this is a great option. It's already set up for you. Why not book your customers to come in here and try the product? So what they can do is they can come to the open house and we're going to be giving away a gift basket. There'll be food and they can come just look at all the products. We'll have like holiday gift giving items. So it can come and plant that seed of, hey, you could offer Mary Kay as a holiday, for your holiday gift giving needs, and so bring your customers, invite them to come. The open house is going to be Thursday and Friday. So it's Thursday from 9 to 5 and Friday from 9 to 7. And we are still doing facials here at 6:30, by the way. And so feel free to book those. However, I would recommend, you don't have to be here Thursday from 9 to 5 or Friday from 9 to 7. I would not recommend that. But pick some times that you're going to be here. Like, let's say you want to be here from 1 to 3 on Thursday. Or let's say you want to be here from 5 to 7 on Friday, and that's when the times that you'll book your customers. And there'll be a director here, so you just come. There's going to be a director manning it the whole time, and you can come walk your customers through like the open house, and they can just basically be able to shop. We'll have little shopping things there, the sales tickets there, and they can just basically shop. Shop for themselves, shop, and you guys get to choose what discounts you're offering. So maybe you say, hey, come to my open house and I'll give you 10% off. Come to my open house, I'll give you 20% off. Bring a friend, I'll give you a gift. You get to choose all those things. We're not putting any of that in place, but it'll all be displayed for you. Okay, so this is a great way for you to just increase your sales. Those of you that are new and maybe don't have inventory, come, everything's going to be displayed and you're going to be able to see everything. Or you can just come see all the products we have just for yourself, and get an idea of it.
Will anything be available to try?
Yes, we'll have some demo things. Yeah, great question. Yeah, we'll have, not everything is going to be demos, but a lot of them are going to be. Yeah, great question. So, do you guys understand that? Do you understand open houses? Do you see how this can benefit you? So utilize it because it's pretty cool that we're doing this. Okay, and then what else? I feel like there was another important announcement. Dun, dun, dun. I do not remember. So I think that was it. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns about all that? Okay. All right. A couple of things that I want to train on today is kind of piggybacking what I talked about this morning is I want you guys thinking really big for your businesses. And I want you thinking big. We're going to do just a couple of things. A couple of things that I want you guys to do. I hear somebody over there. A couple of things I want you to do, and then I'm going to give you some very practical tools. First of all, I want you guys making money. And I want you having money in your pockets. And so I want you to think, how much money do you want to make this month? Write that down. How much money with your sales do you want to make this month? Write that down. Write that number down. And then, because I want you to, well, first of all, I want you to figure out to have that number. So whatever that number is, let's say you want to make $1,000 in sales, or let's say you want to make $1,000 in your pocket. Then you need to take that number and you need to multiply it by 2.5. That's how much you need to sell. And that's going to be to cover the inventory, expenses, the whole 60-40 split. So you would need to sell $2,500. Does that make sense? Now, before that number freaks you out, because I don't want it to freak you out, what I want you to do is, once again, think that if you're going to sell $2,500 in sales, let's backtrack that. How could you do that? If you could do, and then you want to look at your time, how much time can you invest? If you can find 6 hours a week, that'd be 2 parties a week. You'd have time for 2 parties a week. The average party is $300. So you'd be looking at $600 if you did 2 parties, okay? If you did 2 parties, that'd be $600 a week. So 600 times 4 is what? That's $2,400 right there. So you can backtrack it and figure out, okay, how much do you want to make and take home? Multiply that so you know how much you have a goal. Because I think a lot of us don't have a goal. Like, I'm very driven because I every single month have a goal. Every single month I know what I'm doing, and because you need a goal, because when you have a goal, you work with focus and passion. When you don't have a goal, you're just kind of going through the motions. Well, I'll hand out some cards here. I'll, book some faces here. Oh, it didn't show well, whatever. Like, you're not, like, have a goal. That when you have a goal and it's in front of you and you are tracking it and you have a little thermometer on your fridge and your kids see it and it's on your mirror. Like, I literally, on my bathroom mirror, has my goals. Like, every morning when I wake up, I'm like half awake. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing today. All right, got it. Like, it's in front of me. That I think a lot of you don't have a goal, and so that's kind of why you're maybe not getting where you want to go. So pick a goal, and it could be yours. Like, I'm not going to say, Sabre, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this. Like, that's not what I'm saying. This is your business. Pick a goal and pick something. Maybe it's moving up in your business. Okay, pick that goal. But I also want you to think bigger, and I want you thinking, why not double that goal? Why not double that goal? And if it makes you have a little butterfly in your stomach, good. My goal makes me want to throw up every morning, and it gets me into action. And I'm like, I gotta do something like now. And so, but you've got to have something that's going to move you into action. And what I talked about this morning is so many women are so afraid to set big goals because they're so afraid to fail that you got it backwards. That if you don't set a big goal, then you're not ever going to really get anything big. Nothing ever great happens with a small goal. Nothing ever great happens. And if you're so afraid to fail, you're never going to move forward. I talked about how if kids were afraid to fail, they would never walk. And if eaglets were afraid to fly or to fall, they would never fly. But you can't be afraid to fail. That's really where you're missing it, that you've got to set a big goal if you're going to be further along than where you're at right now. Why not? Why not go for it? Because I want you making money. And so one of the things that I'm going to do is I want you guys being focused on $1,000 weeks. And we're really going to celebrate $1,000 weeks because, backtrack that. Can you imagine if you had a couple $1,000 weeks a month? Would that not make a difference in your life? I am ordering tonight bar pins that are like, we have these as directors. This is our sales in the year. And so they're going to be the same type of thing, but they're going to say $1,000, and I'm going to give them to you guys every week that you sell $1,000. And I literally want you having stacks of like $1,000 because I want us focused on sales and making that come in. We're a great recruiting unit. We can do that in our sleep. But I want you focused on sales, and I want you focused on thinking bigger for yourself. Why not have $1,000 week? I mean, I made that up as Michelle's goal. Every one of you could have $1,000 week, right? If you, but if you backtrack it. So let's say $1,000 week really isn't that hard. If the average party is $300, like I said, and if your averages aren't there, then we can talk. So 2 parties would be $600. Let's say you need to make up the difference. What could you do? What are some ideas of things you could do? Yes.
Call, reorders.
Reorders.
Especially with
So
holidays
Pandit.
coming, you can call and ask how they're doing on their products, give ideas for gifts giving, call.
Yeah. Call people, follow up with your customers. Ask them if they need anything. Run a sale. Ask them if they want to start early on their holiday gift giving stuff. I can't even believe I talked to this girl today and she already had her holiday shopping almost done. I'm like, huh? Like what? Like, people are actually thinking about this now. Most of us don't think about it until after Christmas, right? But there's a lot happening at Christmas. I'm not that bad. I'm going to be clear. Thanksgiving. I may just be a couple weeks before Christmas. I'm not going to lie. But Thanksgiving, that's what I meant to say. That thing. Yes, that thing.
How much Thanksgiving is forgotten?
Yeah. But there's also lots you could do for Thanksgiving with your business too. Like Thanksgiving, for a lot of people, is just a day. For some people, you may be gone or traveling or whatever, but for a lot of us, it's just a day. We're going and just celebrating that day, and then it's not going to be this whole ordeal. That you can book people to have parties for people that are like coming in from out of town. You could have them all do satin hands, or do a little facial on the girls while the guys are watching football, after the Thanksgiving dinner. And so there's a lot of things that you can do around Thanksgiving that don't discount it either. Okay. So you could do some reorders. We have talked a ton about holiday sales. We'll continue to talk about that. But we've talked with the hug gift before, the holiday unexpected gift. I thought that was brilliant. The little charcoal mask, you wrap it up. But there's a lot of things I want you stretching yourself to be focused on $1,000 a week. Wouldn't that be cool if that was our bar in our unit? And that we all have $1,000 weeks. So that's our new thing. We're all gonna have $1,000 weeks. How about that? That's not like plan.
Yes.
But you've got to stretch yourself to go for it, and you don't stop until you hit it. But it starts with you thinking big. Do you know that? Here's another thing that I'm going to be focused on too. Do you know that you could easily make $1,000 a month? Easily make $1,000 a month if you had 50 customers and 5 team members. So write that down, because I'm going to find some. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing, but surprise, surprise. But I think I'm going to have some. I don't know, some name for it or some something or some tracking or something to get to 50 customers and 5 team members. Because when you have 50 solid skincare customers and you have at least 5 team members, you're going to be making $1,000 a month without even thinking about it. Just in your reorders. Could you get excited about that, people?
Yeah.
Could you get excited about that? But you've got to grow your customer base and be growing your team members. If you want to be building this business quickly, you want to be doing both. You don't want to be just recruiting. And you can just be selling, but you're going to make more money if you're doing both of them at the same time. And you're going to be building a solid business, because what I see people happen is they sell to me and then they recruit all their customers and then they have all these team members and no customers. And that's not the point. The point is to have both, in that you have strong, ordering customers, and you have 5, and that you have a strong team as well. Do you know that having 5 active people, your average commission check typically is going to be, it depends, but it's going to be anywhere from $200 to $600 to $600, depending on. So that could be just from your team, and then you have your 50 customers that are reordering from you, and that just comes in extra. So how do you get to 50 customers? Faces and parties. It's not going to happen, any other way. You've got to get this product on people's faces. And we're going to be talking a lot about skincare. I want you building strong skincare customers, because a lot of I think consultants, they'll go to facial and someone buys a mascara, a lip gloss, hodgepodge this, but they're not selling skincare and selling sets. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later, but that's how you build solid customers, is by getting them on skincare. And usually you have to facial 1 to 3 people to get one good skincare customer, okay? That very rarely is someone just going to randomly buy skincare from you. I mean, it happens sometimes, but we don't hold our breath, right? So that's what I want you focus on, is because I want you having a solid, stable business where if you have 50 customers and 5 team members, you'll be making $1,000 extra a month. Are you excited? Okay.
Can I
Let's
say
do
one
it.
thing? real
Yes, please do.
So one of the what's one of the biggest shopping things that's coming up? Shopping day.
Black
Coming up
Friday.
here on Black Friday sales.
Yes.
Huge. So use that as I have Mary Kay Black Friday sale, and come up with your own. And if you have a customer that ever tells you hey, are you running any specials or any sales? Even if you weren't, your answer is always yes. Always yes, you are. Figure something out. That's all.
You do want to do something for Black Friday.
It's a huge day.
And Cyber Monday.
And Cyber Monday. Yeah, there's Small Business Saturday too.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's all 3 of them are that weekend. So you better make sure right now you're thinking about that, and how would you promote that? Do you know how to promote that? Do you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Holiday Hangouts has a ton of stuff. I know not everyone is on there. So Becky, why don't you share some of the things, because it really is just it's got to be a marketing strategy. You don't just come up with, I'm gonna have a Pink Friday sale and just just throw it out there. Yes, you can do that, but you're gonna get a lot better results if you're strategic about it and you let them know, and that you have mass communication going out, and not just one form of communication, but a lot. So Becky, come over here. I'm gonna have you share just some of the things because she's been plugging into holiday hangouts, which is something that National put on that she joined, and I know it's learned a lot from. So share really quickly.
Well, they have leading up to Black Friday, they have sales going on the entire week. So we start with Monday, and you start with your biggest percentage on Monday, and then it gets smaller as you go through the week. So you want a lot of people focused on the start of the week, and then, you know, they're running out of that discount as the week goes on, and then you offer a big discount on the Friday. But they also want you to be focused on Small Business Saturday, but they don't want you to give a bigger discount for that day than you did for Black Friday, because then your customers not going to be
Right.
So yeah, they have all sorts of strategic and little flyers that have percentages off, and just coming up with a plan so that you're actively talking to them each day and getting them into your sale and wanting to buy, you know, earlier, so that, you know, when Black Friday comes, everybody's going to be out buying everything else. So you want to be ahead of the game. You want to be promoting it starting that Monday and getting those sales in before everybody spends their money on everything else. So that's what it is.
If you have no customer base, how do you?
We go out and get them.
I'd say your friends and family. Yeah, I'd say your friends and family.
No customer base, then what have you been doing?
Yeah,
You need to
right.
go out and get customers.
Yeah, then you want to use all the lead generating things, you know, that we talk about all the time, and go find them. Yeah, go find them. But you want to be mass communicating. I would say, another thing that I will add that I know Jessica, my offspring, just mentioned today, which I never heard of before, is that a lot of stores are doing Black Friday early, where, yeah, they're doing it early, and I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, but
Same thing. They're
Yeah.
trying to take advantage.
exactly, that's exactly what they're doing. And so it's actually really smart business that you could do the same type of thing. And say, it does, like, I know, like last year I felt like it was like on Thanksgiving, like, how rude. Like, what? Why
Well,
are we
now,
celebrate
like-
Thanksgiving?
Like
And you're like,
Lowe's, and I just know this from my dad's mother. So Lowe's is doing it now, and it's been the start of November. So
So you could start early. You could do one like this Friday. Like that could be, and you can call it Pink Friday. That's cute, you know, to say Pink Friday instead of Black Friday. You know, so have some sale that you're going to go, then you want to strategize it in that you want to have several different ways to communicate. You'll send out via email, via text. You don't really need to send out letters anymore, postcards. I think that's almost like outdated. But you want to have lots of communication, maybe have a Facebook page, but then multiple times be reminding them about it. Like you cannot remind them too much. If they don't want the notifications, they can tell you, and they will tell you. You know what I mean? But you want, but there's nothing wrong with over communicating and reminding them, because they will forget and they get busy.
There's a store in town that's running an anti-Black Friday, and they do it every year, and they're really successful with it. So instead of doing a set sale, all month they do a discount. But I was thinking of doing something like that for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they go up, they did like a Facebook Live video how they're anti-Black Friday because they want to be supporting small businesses and small business owners. But they do awesome with it every year.
Huh. Cool. So you guys own a business, come up with something that you're comfortable giving, and you all may not, y'all are different levels, and so you guys can offer different things. But yes, definitely take advantage of Black Friday and the open house that's here, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturdays. So have a plan. So, but I want you focused on 50 customers, 5 team members, because that'll get you $1,000 extra in your pocket. The other thing I just wanted to mention, it's totally kind of separate, but not, and is that our goal, you know, like I said, you guys know that our goal is to do 2 million, and that is me thinking really big. It hasn't been done in 20 years, and it's time to have it done because of inflation, like inflation has gone up, and there were people doing 2 million 20 years ago. There's no reason that it can't be done now. And I want to break that belief there. I want to raise the bar in our company, but also amongst you guys to do more than what you're doing right now. But if you want to do more, you've got to, you know, think it first and be willing to back it up, right? So what I'm looking for to backtrack that to 2 million is 200 star consultants. So one of the ways that you can help is by being a star. Is by being a star consultant. You guys know what it takes to be a star, right? It's $1,800 a quarter, and I'm going to have a big banner just like we have our ultimate unit. We're going to be focused on two things: moving people up the career path, and we'll have a big thing on stars. And I'm going to be putting your names up there, so we're going to know who our stars are, and we're going to be tracking 200 stars, because stars, that the Star Consultant Program rewards consistent selling. $1,800 over a quarter is nothing when you're having $1,000 weeks, people. And once again, that goes back to you thinking bigger, that I want you thinking bigger so that you can be a star and you can help us with our big goal. And of course, with Star, you get prizes, all those cool prizes over there. But it's more that feeling of accomplishment. And you're making money when you're a star consultant consistently, not just coming in once with inventory, but consistently selling that amount to keep it, okay? And that's gonna come when you're building your customer base and you're in front of people. Here's a fun little promo that you'll be the first, that's why I wanted to just talk about that, is, so I think you guys know that I'm moving to Springs. Did you guys know that? I'm moving to Black Forest. Yay! So excited. We close the end of this month and we have to move and paint, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, anyone who's a star this quarter, I'm going to have you're going to come to a special star celebration. The first ones to come to my new home in January. Nice. Anyone who's a star this quarter. So it hopefully should be ready by then. If not, then we'll just hang out. You come help me renovate. Come move with me. Yeah, I'm not that cheap. But the whole point is I want you building stars. And we're going to be doing that where we'll be doing things like that. Plus, in my home, because I wanted to have a home where I could actually do stuff. And I used to do that when I lived up here in the Springs, where we would have like girlfriends night in my home and just come celebrate the winners and the people that are consistently moving product and working their businesses and being consistent. So, okay, 200 stars. So why not be a star all 4 quarters, right? You can be a star all 4 quarters. So if you don't even know what it means to be a star, you have to sell $1,800 between now and December 15th. So however much you have in, some of you are new and coming in with inventory with $1,800 or more, which is great. That'll get you to be a star. Some of you aren't, have like $2 in this quarter. Then that means you need to work on selling, or maybe not even $2, maybe not $0. Then there is plenty of time. There's a month there's a whole month that if you start now, you can easily do that with all these ideas and all the holiday things and things that there are to do. But you've got to get out there and get into activity and focus on the work and getting the products on faces. The other thing really quickly about that is I want you thinking even bigger than Star. And I want to have quarter sales winners. And I started a group as far as training on how to do quarter sales. If you don't know what quarter sales is, you can earn a gorgeous diamond ring from the company. It's selling $40,000 over the entire year personally. So it averages about $1,500 to $1,600 wholesale a month. So if you think Star is big, that's only $600 a month. That quarter sales is $1,500 to $1,600 wholesale a month. And that means you are moving a product. And when you go to seminar, there are a gazillion people that do it. Gazillion people. Yeah, Caitlin's been to seminar, And so the whole point is that there are a lot of women that are doing that you've got to think bigger. I saw some of y'all's eyeballs popped out when I said $1,500 or $1,600 a month wholesale. But it's from your sales. It's because these women are in front of people. They're doing parties. This business works when you're in front of people. When you're not in front of people and you're trying to sell products other ways, you can do that, but you're going to make a lot more money if you can get the product on people's faces. You want to go anywhere you want to go in this business. You do 3 to 5 parties a week consistently. You can go anywhere you want to go. Replace any income, earn any car, quarter sales. You do any of this stuff when you're in front of enough people. Okay? So it's the activity. So, all right. I want you thinking bigger. Why not do quarter sales? Could you get excited about Diamond Ring? Yeah. Some of you are part of that group and don't even know what the activity level means. Is that you're building a big customer base, but you're doing the work. Okay? Like I said this morning, when you focus on the work, the results are going to come. Okay. All right. So all that to be said, I want you to be thinking bigger. Now, here's a couple of practical things. To be doing that, and whatever your goal is, y'all have a number that you're going to focus on this month? Yeah. Yes. That you want to make, and then you know how much you need to make in sales, right? Yes. Your assignment for this week is to go home and make a little ghetto-style thermometer. Thermometer? Y'all have seen them? Okay.
Where's Brianna's little folder?
I don't know. I know. we're making ghetto style this month. And we are riding a big thermometer. And like, I'm serious. Like, okay, so last year, you guys, well, I think once I showed it on one of my Facebook lives, I had this big old hot pink goal poster. It was ugly. It sit in my living room right next to the TV. So every time I sat there with you, I'm like, oh, no, I need to do that. I can't watch that right now. But it was this crooked line. I have a thermometer. My husband, every time he look at it, he's like, your line is crooked. But this is kind of OCD. But it doesn't matter. The thermometer, it worked. It was crooked. It was tagged up. It was all my little, one of those things on the side, little indicators were all disproportionate, but it doesn't matter. It was just, the whole point is it was a visual that I could see how close we are to million, right? And you need to have that visual in front of you. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's the whole point of me sharing that. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you need to put it up on your fridge, on your bathroom mirror, so that you have a goal for this month that this is how much I want you making in sales, okay? Because I want, and then you backtrack and you're solution oriented. Okay, your parties, that's the first and best way to sell. Second way to sell is holiday gift giving ideas, right? Third way is you contact your customers for reorders. If you have no customers, then you find new ones and you get do facials, and that's going to bring the majority of your income anyways. Is always from facials, always. And then you'll have the miscellaneous sales, where people are giving gifts to other people. They're so cute. Okay. All that to be said, I want you to make money. I want you to have a little ghetto style little thermometer. And if you want a little, I don't know, make my heart happy, text me a picture of it. I want to see it. Okay? I want to see your cute little thermometer. Okay. I'm totally shifting gears because I really want to make sure that you guys have a goal, because that's important. And that you have a sales goal. And then if you are in the team, if you want to move up in your business, you got to have a team building goal too. But you want to be building both things so that you're eventually getting to 50 customers and at least 5 team members, so that you're making $1,000 a month in your sleep without even thinking about it. Okay? But that will happen. Right now, you got to lay the groundwork and be doing the faces and be out there doing the parties. Right? Okay. What are you saying over there?
She got to go to $90. I said that's not big enough.
That's not big enough. Yep, X-ray on the $90. And minimum, it needs to be a sales, and minimum $500. Like minimum for the month. For the month, people. For the month. For the month. Seriously, I want you guys making money, and good money. $90 for the whole month is like, yeah, gonna get you
Nothing.
I don't know, yogurt. I don't know. You buy your family a yogurt. Like, that's not what this is about. I want you thinking bigger, and I want you to be able to pay mortgages and pay bills, and to be able to do that stuff, but it starts with your thinking. So, anyways, that was the whole call to me. You should listen to it all again. I want to give you a practical tip that I just heard today, and it excited me, and so I hope it excites you. So, and I've never done this, and so, I've attempted to do it once, and then I don't remember what happened. But anyways, it's going and doing a daycare. And it's a great way to get leads, okay? Because here's the deal: you all need leads. If your brand's spanking new, which by the way, let me just say something really quickly. I know that you guys know people. Don't give me the excuse that you've asked everybody, because I know you guys have circles, and I know you know people that usually we're prejudging if we have not asked, if we prejudged. We've prejudged. And so I don't care who you are, you know people that you can ask, and if you're brand new, you need to start there. If you haven't asked those people in your circle, you need to ask, but not just your immediate circle. I challenge you to think outside that box. Most people, the average person, if you've lived anywhere for a few years, you know 200 to 300 people in your circle. 200 to 300 people in your circle. So I would challenge you to really think about who have you not asked that's in your circle, because I know you know of people that you probably have totally prejudged for them. Because acquaintances, those people in your circle that are like friends of friends of friends of friends that maybe you met at one time, you went out with this friend and blah, 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 whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Like people, even I remember her name, but it was the girl with the dog and the this and the that. And you remember like a few vague things about her. Find her contact info somehow. right? And those are the kind of people that I'm talking about because you know people. And it's a great reason to say, hey, Sabrina, I don't know if you remember me, but we met like a long time ago, that thing. Remember me? Yeah, you're tall. Okay, yeah. I always remember, I'm always like, remember I was a tall, loud lady. Oh, yeah. Anyways, and then, this is what I always say. I'm like, oh, you don't remember me? This is tall lady. It's cool. God, remember her name. But then I'll say, you know what? I have this huge goal to do 30 faces, and I don't know why you came on my mind. I know this is super random and crazy, but I would love to borrow your face and to get together and do a facial and reconnect. It's been forever. I'd love to catch up and see what's going on in your world. Is there any reason we couldn't get together? And you just ask. And it's always better if it's over the phone or face to face. Like you ran into someone, you know, wherever, friend in the grocery store the other day. Those are the type of people I'm talking about. Like, oh yeah, that person. You guys know people, you're just not asking them. That I'd encourage you to be brave and don't prejudge for them. Because it's a lot easier to work with those people than it is with people you don't know at all. Promise. So, because I like acquaintances. People you know really closely, sometimes it gets weird. But the friends, like, you got nothing to lose. Like, you talk to them once in your life. Like, you know, there's not like this person that if they say no, you're going to go cry under a rock. Like, no, it's someone that if you're not really, really close to, but you have that little bit of a connection, right? Okay, so first of all, before I go through daycares, you guys know people. Don't limit yourself and of the people that you can ask, okay? Because do you know that a couple of my $1 million girlfriends, they don't do any lead generating stuff. They don't teach any of their consultant stuff. They literally teach you, you know people, stop, it's like selling yourself short. Like that's their training on leads. And it works. They built $1 million unit because they made their people think harder, you know, and think harder and not prejudge and not be a scaredy cat. You know, we have those scary people and those intimidating people that it's our issues why we're not asking, you know what I mean? And they may actually be interested. So anyway, that was a little side note for you. Okay, daycares. Would you like to know how to do a daycare?
Yeah.
I've never done before, but this is brilliant. I'm like, oh, this is smart. Okay, so I love we can copy things for other people. Okay, so you call and you ask to talk to the daycare director, and you say, has anyone from Mary Kay contacted you to tell you what we're doing to honor working women? Has anyone, so that's pretty much what you say. Just say, has anyone from Mary Kay contacted you to tell you what we're doing to honor working women? They're going to say no. She was like, yeah, every time they say no because they haven't had that happen. So has anyone contacted you from Mary Kay to tell you what we're doing to honor working women? You say no. Say, well, daycares around the area are loving what we're doing. Okay, you're saying that you say this even if it's your first time. Okay, daycares around the area are loving what we're doing because somewhere else in the country they are. I promise. Exactly. This is my friend from Pennsylvania, so you can. It's kind of close. Daycares around the area are loving what we're doing. Anyways, they're loving what we're doing. And you say, I come in at pickup time and I'll come with roses and every mom gets to get a flower from their child and I'll have gloss samples and stuff and I'll do drawing for a gift card or a gift basket. And it's really fun. All I need is like a little table. I don't take up too much room. It's free for everybody, and it really builds esprit de corps. It builds esprit de corps. The kids love it. The moms love it. It just gives them a good feeling about the daycare. And what woman does not like to get a flower, right? So that's what you're saying to the daycare person. You guys got it? Let me say that again. So you're writing that down? Okay, so you say, has anyone from Mary Kay contacted you to tell you about what we're doing to honor working women? You say no. Well, daycares around the area are loving what we're doing. What we do is I would come in and at pickup time and I'd come with roses and every mom is going to get a flower from her child when they take when they take their kid. And I'll have gloss samples too if they want some of those. And I'm going to do a drawing for a gift card. And here's the deal is it's free for you. All I need is a little table. I'll just be off to the side. Won't take up much room. And it really helps build the esprit de corps. The moms love it, the kids love it, and it just is an all-around good. They get an all-around good feeling about the daycare. Esprit de corps is just I don't know how to describe esprit de corps. Just like
A great environment.
yeah, just the feeling they get. It's a good positive. I don't know. Like it's a. You know how to describe that? I don't know how to describe that. You never heard of it?
I believe it's
Oh,
a French phrase.
you never heard of esprit de corps. just like team spirit, like ambiance. I don't even know. I don't know how you describe that. Google it. Google it. Why don't you Google it? It's interesting. It's hard to spell though. So yeah, Google it. Esprit, ESPRIT CORP. So, anyways, Google. I Google it. They have better words than I do. Okay, so and then here's the next thing is they say most daycares like us to come in on the busiest days with the most families. What day of the week would that be for you? And basically she said you go in, you're there. Like she said she went in the morning and then at night. Okay, so it was actually pretty cool because Brianna's not here right now. She's at new director of education. And in Dallas, and this actually, Brianna told me about this, and I asked the national who was doing the training, like, tell me how to do this, tell me scripts, like that. And she was talking about how when she would go into a town and build a town, she would literally do, a daycare in the morning. So if she's wanting to go build a pocket, because if you have these big numbers, you got to get leads, right? You got to have people to call. And you start with the people that you know. But if you want massive numbers, I want you to think this is how a national thinks. Is that she was going into a town to build a new area. She was there for 2 days. She had a facial event both nights. And she said both days this is what she did. She went in, so she didn't know anybody in this town. This is like literally going into, like, let's say we book a plane ticket and go to Phoenix, and we're all going to go do this in Phoenix. And so, you want to? I'm just kidding. And so she goes and she'll go in the morning. She'll blitz a daycare. She'll do this in the morning during pickup. She's there for like an hour when they're dropping off their kids. And then she goes and she's like, then we go to breakfast. And then we go do honoring working women. And you go out, and you guys, we talked about this before. I did this today. And I'm going out with Rachel on Wednesday. Remember what day we had? Like, I went out with Courtney today. I was like, who did I go out with today? Then I go out and we went, like, we were out for 30 minutes and got like 7, 8 names. And we go into an office with those little flowers, which I have my box of flowers here. I brought them because you guys, it's so easy to give them away. And so I went into the offices. We went into medical offices. We went wherever. And we just walked in and said, hey, we're honoring working women with flowers. Would you like one? And then we always are. And so then they're like, oh, yeah, how nice is that big color? And then we say, yeah, we're giving away pampering packages. Would you like one? Get her name and number, have her win. And she'll win. So anyway, she went and blitzed the town and did the daycares in the morning, then did honoring working women in the morning, and then did honoring working women in the afternoon, and then did daycare in the evening. She said they would go and get 100 to 200 names a day. And then they get up and do the next thing the next morning. And then invite them all to that event that night, those 2 nights that they were there. You guys, that's thinking bigger. And she was willing to do the work. Does that make sense? You can look at this like goal and be like, $2,500. How am I going to sell that? Well, focus on the activity that you can do. What can you do? You know, you could go out tomorrow and get 100 new names if you really made up your mind and are willing to do the work. And are willing to go out and utilize these things that we've been talking about over and over again as ways to meet people. There are ways to meet people, but you got to step out of your comfort zone and go find them, you know, because there are ladies out there. There are women everywhere. This town is massive. There are people everywhere, but we have got to go utilize these things, go talk to them. Right now, there's so many different events and booths and bridal fairs and holiday festivals, so many things going on. Go get into them. And if you can't get into them or it's too expensive, go take your own little basket around. I've done that where I've walked in and maybe the booth is like $1,000. I'm like, heck no, I'll do my own little thing. You know, so I'll walk in and I'll walk around and do my own little drawing. And I'll do my own little hand out samples or hand out flowers to ladies. You can do that. You can do that and then just say, yeah, I'm just walking around I'm handing out free samples or I'm handing out flowers to the ladies and I'm doing a drawing. You can go in there as a customer and you could do that. Does that make sense? You got to get creative.
I just had a quick question about the daycare thing. For the gift card, like, I know we talked about you don't do more than one gift card at one location, but for a daycare setting, how could you do that? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, you give a lot of them. You give them all away.
Like, could you do like different
Different amounts,
values,
you could.
different? Okay, so
Thing is,
everyone's
they're probably
still
not
in
going to
there.
talk. They're probably not going to talk to each other. They wouldn't know. It's not like coworkers.
Okay.
They're just dropping their kids off. Most daycares, the parents don't talk. Yeah, they're too busy. And also, this was really smart. What she said is she had pink slips and blue slips. Pink slips were for the girls. Blue slips were for the guys to fill out because she said a lot of guys will pick up their kids. And then you're like, okay, I want a flower? Oh, not really. And so she said, you had to the guy, like, would you like to enter a woman in your life? Say women in your life because you don't know about why they're broken up or you don't know what's going on. It could be weird. But you just say the woman in your life. Okay, maybe you have a new woman in your life. You don't know. You may have some. But you just never know. Does that make sense? And so that then they would enter to win. But no, everyone would be a winner, and then I'd give them different values of gift cards. Mm-hmm. Depending on the connection that you make. And you would do the exact same thing like when we went out.
Yeah.
You know that you star them, the ones you really like, you give, bigger gifts or something. Mm-hmm.
Because I know like when we were out, you were saying that was with coworkers who all talk, not necessarily-
Right.
Okay.
Coworkers, I usually just pick one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, she looked it up. Yeah,
Anybody
sure.
wanna know what that
Ellen, would you like to know what
Fancy
esprit
word.
de corps means?
A feeling of pride, fellowship, and common loyalty shared by the members of a particular group.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I've heard it, and I know what it means, but not how to describe it, like in words. Words don't always come out correctly. Unity, pride, I would say, yeah, just that feeling. Okay.
Like what we have.
Right. Like we have esprit de corps, right? we do, because we're going for big goals, and we're doing 2 million, and that makes me want to throw up, because honestly, guys, we're not even barely on target for 1 million right now. So for 1 million. And so so here's the deal about setting big goals. You can't focus on where you're at right now. And so many times when you're thinking and setting your goal, you set your goal based off the past and based off small thinking. I want you thinking bigger. Here's a question I want you to ask yourself anytime you're setting a goal is, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you go for? What would you go for? Because we're so afraid to go for something because we're so afraid of failing, but really we miss the whole boat that if you don't go for something big, you're not stretched to do more than you would if you just set a small little safe baby goal. Okay? I'm not throwing Ellen under the bus, but $90 is a small safe baby goal that won't stretch you. And there's probably other people in the room, like Becky just happened to throw her under the bus. So it's Becky's fault. Sorry, Ellen. You got her. But in all seriousness, I want you thinking bigger, Ellen, for your life. And I want you making more money. That I want you thinking bigger. That and not just throwing out a number. That's not what thinking bigger is about. It's about thinking bigger and then backtracking it of, okay, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And then there's going to be a gap of, I don't know how that part's going to happen, but you don't worry about that right now. You just focus on the work. Seriously, guys, if you focus on doing 3 to 5 parties a week and you literally focus on that activity, you will reach that goal, whatever that goal may be. But if you don't have that much time and your goals aren't that big, 1 to 2 parties a week. That'll get you a very good sustainable income as well. But it's your choice. But the key is consistency, right? The key is consistency. And to have those parties consistently coming in, you have to consistently be getting the new names and then consistently be making the booking calls, right? The booking calls. I heard it said today, so my top director friends were like, oh my gosh, she was like, I've set a goal to do 30 booking calls. Her personally was like, to do 30 booking calls. She's like, it's changed everything for my business. If you guys just literally dialed 30 people a day, that would change your business. And that's going to get you the leads or get you the bookings, And so it's really in the effort. Sometimes we focus on this result. And I want you, setting big goals. But I also know that you've got to focus on the daily things because those are going to get you where you want to go. The lead generating and the booking calls are going to get you where you want to go. Like going out and meeting new people. Like Victoria was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to warm chatter. Warm chatter can be scary and intimidating for everybody in the room. Maybe the only one besides Lee is the only one that have any fear in that regard. But I get afraid when I think about warm chatting, but I'd like to have other avenues of lead generating so that I know how to warm chatter, but I don't have to specifically go out to warm chatter, right? That you guys have heard me say this, but how many of you actually have 5 different sources of leads right now? Almost. Good. You're working on it because I want you working on that. You want to have 5. Those of you that are new, that this may be new to you. I didn't really plan on talking about leads tonight, but here we go. We'll just go wherever it goes. So 5 different sources of leads. And so the daycares could be one source of leads. The referrals when you're at your appointments could be a source of leads. Let's say you warm chatter when you're out and about, Now, personally, I don't go out to warm chatter. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. It's just a part of my life. Like I carry samples in my purse. And when I run into a nice person, let's clarify that. A nice person, someone I want to work with, then I'll give her my business card, and then I'll warm chatter her. But it's not something where I'm just gonna walk up to someone at Walmart. Like, that's not my personality. And so you have to find what works for you. Does that make sense? And so let's say you do the daycares, you have referrals, you warm chatter when you're out and about. You have a restaurant that you go to, and let's say you honor working women. That is 5 different sources of leads. Then you're going to have different types of leads coming in. You're not just focusing on warm chattering. And you're not just beating yourself up because you can't warm chatter. That you're having different avenues of leads coming in, because some of them are going to pan out. Okay, so let's backtrack that. If you want to have 3 to 5 parties a week, you're going to be making your 30 calls. You really want huge things in your business. You want to be shooting for about 50 new leads a week. 50 new leads. So with those 5 different sources, you're going to get at least 50 new leads a week. I mean, I went out and got 7 in 30 minutes. I mean, seriously. It's not hard to do that when you're focused on the different avenues of leads. Now, if I thought about going out and warm chattering 50 people, that would not be fun to me. Like, that's not fun for me. I get to choose what I want to do and how I'm going to meet people. And so I choose to meet people other ways. Now, I do warm chatter, don't get me wrong, but it's not my primary source of leads. Does that make sense? So I just know you walk through like, oh yeah, I learned warm chatter. I'm like, oh honey, like, don't freak out. Like, nobody in the room, I think, loves warm chatting, but it is something that is meant to be this natural, normal thing. Like, I always tell my consultants, you're new, and I tell them all the time, don't get weird. Like, I see people just, it's so weird when they try and warm chatter. Like, they get awkward, like, and they're like, I don't know what to do, and they just become like mute and dumb, and then they run away. Abort. Seriously. Every time because she's been there, I know. Oh, you're to make us all feel better.
I think she just flashed when we went warm chatting. But I said, look like you just flashed when you and I went warm chatting. She finally gets the courage to like go by herself and go up to someone. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, go. And so she hands her the rose and she talks to her, says, have a nice day. And I'm like,
No. I thought you were going to talk about the granola bar.
yeah, then there was that. Yeah, she did a good job though. She did a good job. But yeah, it gets scary sometimes. But the lesson there, she didn't quit. She kept going.
And we can laugh about it now. Isn't that great?
She kept going. I was actually really proud of her that day. She did awesome.
Oh, I love it. But the key is that we all have those moments. Believe me, I can tell you some stories. Y'all, if you watch me, like, you don't think I'm a super confident person all the time. Sometimes I'm like, and then I'm
When
like,
we went work chattering that day, it was like,
there were some awkward things. Nice day. Yeah, it happens. It totally happens. But the whole point is that you want to have different sources of leads, okay? So that you don't have to have those experiences all the time. But you really want to have massive volumes. Like I was saying this morning, you guys need to listen to the call on the way home. I would highly recommend it. And then I want to hear your feedbacks. And so basically I was talking about, I think most consultants are frustrated because they're doing this level of activity and expecting this amount of results. You know, they want to make, $2,500 or $10,000 a month, but they're doing this kind of activity. I'm not that good. Like, I won't get those results doing that level of activity. That if you want these results, you've got to be willing to do this level of activity, and then you're going to get this result, because this business works when you work the numbers. It works when you're in front of the people, and if you get this product on people's faces, you're going to sell product. You share with enough people about the business, no matter how much you butcher it, you're gonna sign people up, okay? That it isn't about, and even if you have those abort mission, experiences, you're gonna get some of them to pan out, I promise. Some of them actually do pan out. We want to minimize those as much as possible, but you will get those. But I want you to know that if you notice, I didn't say anything about, posting on Facebook groups and social media. Yes, you can have some good things come from that, but consistently to build a strong, solid business, which is what I want for you, you're going to have to get out there and meet people, because I think it's easier to post stuff on social media sites and you're not really stepping out of your comfort zone, you're just posting. But when you're out there and you're facing your fears and you're having those abort moments and those like, here we go, into the store moments. Like, that's really where you grow as a person and you're able to build that relationship with them. But more importantly, you're building your confidence. That's the biggest thing that's going to happen because you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're doing it and you're blessing other women in the process. And I can't tell you, every time I go out, I always find somebody who's like, Mary Kay, I love Mary Kay. And I'm like, really? I'm like, you can go online, but whatever. Yours like hard, you know, like, or like, they're like, I've needed a consultant for like, I had this happen the other day. I've needed a consultant. I've been running my product like 2 years ago. And I'm like, 2 years, you know, whatever. But the whole point is that they are not, it's not high on their priority list to go find a Mary Kay consultant. But when you show up, it's, you know, you're able to help them, right? So, all right, the whole point is I want you thinking big. I want you making money, but you've got to be willing to do the activity because this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a business, and it works when you're actually willing to work the numbers. So, yes.
Can I share a funny story?
Yes. I love
The
funny
beginning
stories.
is funny, but my husband was rushed to the ER on Sunday night. And they're putting all these machines on him because he's having stress. And the nurse is kind of, it's calm, you know, a lull in between everything. And I said to her, oh, she says, I need your address. And I handed her my Mary Kay card.
Nice.
And she went, you're a Mary Kay consultant? And I have to call her tomorrow for an order.
Oh,
But, you know,
I love it.
she asked for an address. That's my
You got
address.
it. That's so good.
Always take advantage of those
Opportunities.
moments.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
husband laid there and just laughed at me.
Is he okay now, though?
It's a change of life right
Yeah.
now. We'll be okay. God is good.
That is good, yes. But you got a new customer out of it. And you have a good story out of it. I know.
He's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, but there's people everywhere, you guys. Literally in the ER. I mean, there's people everywhere. I love the story. My friend Lisa Ann, she shares a story of like she was going in to get some scan where she was like fully naked and literally going through this body scan. And the lady's asking her about Mary Kay, and she's like, can we talk about this one? Oh my God. That's weird right now for me. And she kept asking questions, and Lisa Ann kept talking, and she's naked, and like, so she recruited her though, and that was the great. She had to be like, she lets it all fall out. Yep, there's people everywhere. Oh my gosh. And take advantage of those this week. I love it. There's people everywhere, you guys. And I want you folks that are having $1,000 weeks. So wouldn't it be cool if we all stretched to have $1,000 weeks this week? Wouldn't it be cool? I'd encourage you to not let yourself off the hook and to really stretch yourself. To have $1,000 week. And I want you thinking bigger. And when you're struggling, and when you're like, Candace, I don't know if I can do this, you call me. And don't have your pity party on your own. Because here's the thing is, what I was talking about today is people at the top, I promise, more disappointment than you have ever experienced in your business on a daily basis. And I because I'm working large numbers, I get through it quicker. And the people at the top, they have those times, those doubt and that discouragement, but they pick themselves back up quicker. And I know that I need to reach up, and you need to reach up as well when you get in this place. Okay, so it's all $1,000 weeks this week, and I want you making your little ghetto thermometer, and I want you to put it up, and I don't care what it looks like. It can be, I mean, some of you are crafty, so I know some of y'all are gonna make some fancy thermometer, but I'm saying it doesn't need to be anything fancy. But I want you to have a goal, and I want you to track it, and I want you to literally like color it in, okay, like a little kid, because that excites you. That excites you, and that feeling of accomplishment, knowing that you did that, is huge. That's what I want for you. Got it? You guys can do that?
Yeah.
Can do it. All right. Okay. I think that's it. And book people for the open house, because that's another way to make some quick sales. So, all right. We're going to end with our empowering statement. Get on your feet, ladies. You guys, too. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Okay. Straight from me. I want to see your pictures too of your cute little goat posters. Little picture. Okay. I am great.
I am great.
I'm wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I'm a woman of excellence.
I am a woman of excellence.
I'm a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I will let nobody push my button.
I will let nobody touch my button.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will let nobody rain on my parade. I will go under. I will go under. I will go around.
Straight through.
I will straight through.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Truly dedicated.
Truly dedicated.
And I'm a future freak on driver in the making.
And I'm a future freak on driver in the making.
All right, guys. Bye, bye, bye.